This is PB at Night, episode 41 for Monday, March 28th, 2011.
Monday!
Yes, it's that time again. We didn't do that in the episode, but luckily this is the intro, so they'll see that before.
Yeah, because they should be watching this before the video.
Hopefully, unless
they're watching it backwards.
epic fail.
And
anyway.
Yep, all you guys
Tonight on PB at Night, occasionally we'll talk about tech, and tonight's one of those nights. We're going to be reviewing Firefox 4, the latest edition, just released last week. Jacob and I are using it full time. We're going to talk about the all new features that they got, including tab sync and the
mobile version.
Mobile version as well, which is still in beta. And Jacob brings up his VNC so we can kind of get a little.
Oh yeah.
And Jacob's got some complaints about that. I do as well. Been using it on my phone as well full time. Anyway, overall, guys, unless you want a quick review here, just in the intro, pretty cool.
Yeah. So all that and more on
PB
this
at night
of PB at Night.
PB at Night is next.
See you guys. Get him!
Hello and welcome into PB at Night, episode 41. I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
And once again, it is...
And this is an empty bag of cookies.
Yeah, this is... We really seem to pick up a sponsor every time for each show. Tonight it's Zoe's Kitchen with their oatmeal raisin cookies.
This episode of PB at Night is brought to you by Zoe's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Serving fresh food and low-calorie every day.
Low-calorie offerings,
Yes.
We'll do what the local radio stations do. Just tell them that just tell them Jacob sent you.
Yeah, just tell them PB at Night sent you. They'll know what you're talking about. If they don't, proceed to punch them in the face.
All right. But anyway, Jeff, we're going to be talking about something that we've been publicizing a while, and it's been all around the internet because, well, it's kind of interesting. It's a web browser. But we've been talking about it for a little while through Tech Weekly and also Gadget Gurus about Firefox. And Jeff, you've always been an avid user of Firefox. I dropped off. It was early 3.6, and I forked off to. Sounds like I'm like the developer of an open source project or something. I forked off to Google Chrome about when it got really stable, about version 5. I think it was 6 or 7. Anyway, I came back. Been using Firefox 4, and Jeff, we're gonna kind of give you our impressions and our reviews condensed into one show about Firefox 4. So Firefox 4, they did a lot of cosmetic changes. First off, Windows got the most work, which, we use Windows on a daily basis. That's good for us because, we use Windows right here. And one of the things I didn't really like, Linux got the least of work, aesthetic-wise. There's not really that many changes that happen. They did introduce the Firefox menu bar that we're going to be talking about in a second. But, and then Mac got a little bit of work, but not near as much as Windows. Jacob, Mozilla has a great blog post on here, and this tells you some info. This is like an info. I don't know what you call it.
Before.
All right. So in the first 2 days, they had 15.85 million downloads.
Infographic. I said it. I figured it out.
I was gonna say it, but then I was like, I don't know if that's the word, right word. So if each download were a mile, that would be 33 round trips around the moon.
That's ridiculous.
Bigger than the population of Los Angeles, the 12th largest city in the world, equal to the entire internet population in 1995.
That's ridiculous.
So there was 10,200 peak downloads per minute. There was 5,503 average downloads per minute. 91.7 seconds for the download time. Yours was probably like, nothing. 193.4 megabytes downloaded. The top region was Europe. That's kind of interesting. 6.63 million.
That was
downloads.
Carlo downloading it 50,000 times.
Yeah, and then you got the top country. The top country. So we didn't win the country battle. It was the U.S. with 4.45 million downloads. This is pretty cool. This is off the Mozilla blog. They've also got some day one launch news. But the cool thing is they have a. I saw it earlier. Where is it? Actually, I don't know where it went. Anyway, they have a really cool infographic here where you can look at it, and they describe all the changes that happened in Firefox 4. One of the interesting things is the Firefox menu bar.
Yeah.
So essentially, you know, Jeb, I know you've toyed around at least with Google Chrome. Google Chrome ditch if you're on Windows, like the file and the edit and whatever else would be up there. And Firefox has done that with this release. Default on Windows.
In the final release.
In the final release, which I would
on the
hope
release
everyone-
candidate, you have the option to turn it off.
And that's how it is on.
But I like the way Firefox does their beta and release candidate testing, because they even tell you when you download it, we're going to monitor everything you do, even like where you click, how do you get there, where do you go from there.
And that's something interesting. Is you
And
were
that's-
wondering.
They use all that data and actually dynamically redesign the app and do stuff a certain way. Like everybody turned off the navigator. They're like, oh man, I want that orange button. So they made that by default.
Right.
Now you have to right click and turn it back on if you want the file menu stuff. There was a couple other things.
Was it F6 or something?
Apparently nobody in the time of beta testing ever used F6. If you guys are familiar with keyboard shortcuts, F6 will take you to the address bar. And I use it every once in a while, but not all the time. And I went to press it, and I'm like, it doesn't work anymore. I was like, you suck.
Yeah. But this is the... What is it from? I always forget.
Yeah, it's 5. Number 5 is live.
This is the menu bar that we're talking about here, the Firefox menu bar. I mean, it's hard to miss.
And it doesn't look very nice in this nettop because it's in basic.
It doesn't have the transparent.
There's no arrow stuff going on.
Yeah, but it's still pretty cool. So, you know, you come up here and you have all the functionality that you would through...
Yeah,
something.
and they actually bust it down into... They noticed they took all the, like, under tools, they took that out. Now it's basically just your file menu and then, like, 6 actual things that actually go to different things. So you have, like, bookmarks, history... downloads, add-ons, options, and help. Yep. So that works out good because, you know, before they had view and they had all this other stuff.
Jacob, we've got a solution for you. Control L will take you to the address bar, but that's not one
piece
click.
of junk.
That's not one click. Anyway, continue.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Carlo, for that tip.
Carlo, you had to ruin my day. I wanted F6. Sorry. Why'd they have to take it away?
So this is where you would go in there and, you know, check for the menu bar to come back. You know, it's under options. So it's still easily accessible. But, you know.
Or you could right-click up top.
Oh, you can?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, down in the where the blank area where the tabs are. Off to the right.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Boom, headshot.
Hey, Jeff, have you done all your modifications to yours on your netbook there? Because I would kind of like to. I'm still kind of like an amateur to all the Firefox, you know, doing it up and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you've got one of the cosmetic changes you make to it.
2 things.
Yeah.
2 things. One, I don't really know why that's doing that, but whatever.
What's doing
like your tab's all the way over to the left.
Oh, that's because of this. Well,
No, see? Look here. See there? Let's go to mine.
that is kind of weird.
Let's go to mine. Let me minimize the chat there. See here?
Oh no, that's because I didn't have it. If you don't it just as it does.
Aww.
This is a compressed window. If you guys are wondering. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 2 things that I always add to my Firefox, which this does not really have to do with 4 at all, but
Well, yeah. Well, I mean.
download status bar, because I hate their window, because you're always having to go find it. The download status bar just uses the very bottom of your screen to download stuff, and you can have it like mini mode or whatever. And then of course AdBlock Plus, because I mean, hey, ads are fine for supporting people, but I just don't like them infiltrating my browsing experience, especially with YouTube now.
Especially
Hey, I have videos that are on, you know, AdSense and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's like they're pushing it to everywhere now. They even push it to your phones. But yeah, so those 2 are the things I always like to use.
Yeah, and one of the things I would encourage is they do have AdBlock. I think it's the same people who develop it for Chrome as well. They just came out with it not too long ago. I would definitely recommend that because we stream exclusively with Justin.tv, and they run pre-roll ads Luckily, that's all they do. But if you want to watch our show, you're usually going to have to sit through an ad most of the time. Occasionally, it won't happen. I don't really know.
Yeah,
why that
and
happens.
I mean, we're not saying like don't do ads,
well, I know what
kids.
you mean, yeah.
Don't do ads.
Because ads
are
are
okay,
vital
okay?
for especially places, smaller blogs. Like, if we were just a text blog, we would probably have a lot more ads than we do now, Or
Yeah.
we would probably have ads at least. But I understand ads placement, but, it's completely your option to make it go away. I don't think video ads are more
Intrusive.
for me.
I'm fine. I'm fine if you want to stick an ad over to the right side of my screen, or to the top, or whatever. But like, remember how everybody was like, "Oh, the stupid pop-ups," when like the internet was first like starting up, and people figured out that they could like force stuff down your throat. Now they just like force it inside of your webpage.
Which in some cases is worse. Not all.
It's not that big of a deal if it doesn't like take away my content so that I can see this, only this, and I can't see my content. That's where I kind of
And
yeah.
Carlos pointing out something. Only in Firefox does it block Flash ads.
And actually, in Firefox, sometimes it can be a hindrance when they update the subscription list. That's what you do. You subscribe to, I think it's Fanboy's subscription list for ads, and it just, if like it's like so many of one object gets put in, they add it to the subscription, so it gets pushed to everybody. So it's always updating. So like if new ads come out, but if they do Hulu on the commercials, there's ways to block that, but most of the time Hulu fixes it instantly, and then you just sit there and watch a screen for 30 seconds to a minute, or even a minute and a half that says, "Please disable your ad block." And I'm like, come on, guys, just let me do what I want to do. So the other thing I really like is the pin this tab as an app.
Yeah, you can do that. That was originally in Chrome, but now they've introduced it to Firefox, and it's pretty cool, I have to admit.
And basically all that does is just make like a little tiny tab on, like if you look at mine, minimize this again.
Oh yeah, you have one tab. I didn't even notice it.
If you look at that, it's this little tiny tab over here, and that's actually my work email.
That's cool.
So that's the Outlook web app that we use with our Exchange server. And, I mean, I just leave it pinned, and you could see it still has me logged in. It keeps you logged in a lot longer on stuff if you pin it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't delete the cookies or let them expire or renews them or whatever it does. It also, when you click a link, it doesn't open in that tab. It opens in a new tab always.
That's cool.
That way it doesn't lose that.
Yeah.
The one thing I did see that was kind of buggy about it is if you're on the tab and hit the home button, even if you already have your home tab open, it'll open up another home tab. So that gets kind of weird. But yeah.
Yeah, they also introduced group tabbing, and it's one of those things where if you
really like tabs,
well, if you have the use for it, it's amazing. It's one of those things where you either have no use for it at all, or it's completely what you've been looking for, And I mean, it's pretty cool if you. I use it. I've used it a lot when I do Tech Weekly research a lot. Well, lately I've been odd. It's kind of semi-automated, so I check my news feeds every morning or every night or whatever, and I go through. And Google Reader has a star, so you can save things into a different folder, kind of like Gmail does. And then I just star like the 9 or 10 stories we're going to do, and then I just transfer them into a doc later. But the cool thing is, I would go through on like a Friday night or a Thursday night or whenever and get all of them, and I would have like 30 tabs open looking at different websites and different stories and everything. So if you're going to do that, great way to group tabs. Also, another cool feature I've thought of, let's just say that I didn't want to close the Gadget Gurus tab since we could do Gadget Gurus before this. You could have a Gadget Gurus, like 5 stories for Gadget Gurus, and then you could have like all your Firefox things in here, and you can have technically unlimited tabs until the browser breaks, or unlimited.
They limit the number of tabs because
tabs are group. That's what I was
tabs.
trying to say. Okay, I was trying to say groups. You can have I've had I've tried it out with 5 and it didn't slow down, which
But yeah, it does actually limit your tab makeage because they just do that because like Internet Explorer has the problem of
over tabbing.
like it doesn't block like brute force access from like people open up a bunch of windows and stuff via like Flash or something.
Yeah.
So Firefox is like, whoa, this thing's trying to open up a bunch of tabs. You sure you want to do this? And you're like, no.
Yeah. All right. One of the
and tab sync.
Yeah.
And bookmark and history sync. So they have a mobile app for Android, which is basically the same thing.
Basically.
And it's kind of cool because as long as the developers modify their add-ons to work with like certain size screens and stuff, it will actually let you use
I think that's really cool. Which there's a lot of add-ons you don't want.
As soon as they put ad block in my,
yeah, I understand.
And it still has a little bit ways to go because I think it's still in beta. I don't even think it's released candidate.
What they did, they released the Firefox 4 beta edition for mobile. I think it was a week before or something.
They need to fix their loading times. They don't need it to close out all the way every time and stuff. But
I've actually done in-browser testing, and it's literally, you don't notice a difference. And have you noticed the Flash plugin is not working on yours? Maybe that was just my
I don't like the zoom.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You don't like pinch to zoom?
No, I use the double tap
to
zoom in,
so
and it zooms into certain content, but it doesn't really, it's weird. So
I don't use that, so...
It's weird. Sometimes it doesn't work at all.
This is what we're talking about here. I know you guys can't see that, but whatever. It had to load right there.
You could open up VNC. Wait, I can do it here.
Yeah,
just keep talking amongst yourself.
Okay. But anyway, pretty cool. What else do they have? Of course, tab sync, like we said, pretty impressive, but it still takes like 10 minutes to sync, or even more than that. But essentially what they do, they make you sign up for a Mozilla tab sync account, or whatever you want to call it, and you can sync your tabs and your bookmarks and everything to every single computer that you want. So it's pretty useful. Well, if I could find my laptop. Somehow I have misplaced my laptop in the bottom of our house. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. But it's been gone for like 3 days. So yeah, pretty cool.
Oh yeah, by the way, Nick, I got your laptop at my house. No,
okay. Well, I'd love it back.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
And I was trying out...
It's at the pawn shop now.
This is what I was going to show, but I just remembered. One of the bad things about Linux is you're not going to get Firefox 4 if you wait for Ubuntu until the next version of Ubuntu. Unless you install the PPA, which allows you, you just sudo apt-get the files, and you can install Firefox 4. So if you go to OMG Ubuntu's website, they have a great article on how to get it on 10.04 and 10.10 users. I have tried it out. Well, actually, I didn't try it out because I lost my laptop, but the Beta 3 or Alpha 3, I can't remember, the latest version of Ubuntu 11.04, which is still in beta or alpha or something, ships with the last beta edition. So it doesn't have the release candidate, but it's easily upgradable. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Jacob's going to show us the mobile version here in a second.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I still have, coming from Chrome, I still have a little bit of on the on load times, not like opening and closing times. It's still not as fast as Chrome launching from a cold start. But other than that,
So
go.
Whoop, hold on.
We're gonna reboot here. Yeah, I just downloaded it because my laptop has become my test machine. If I could find it, I was in the process of installing Flash, and I went to sleep, and the next thing I knew, my laptop wasn't there.
Yeah, basically. So,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and apparently, yeah. Whatever. Okay. So, my screen resolution, of course, is a little too, but yeah, this is basically my phone. Okay, so...
Wait, does it automatically, like, black out there? What happened?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh, really?
So, if you come in here to, Firefox, this is the mobile version.
And this is the load time we're talking about.
Yes. It does this almost every time you click a link.
Yep.
Like, sometimes it'll click pretty quickly. So this is, and of course my phone's longer than this, but my screen is shorter, so. I actually have, like, tabs from my other computer, which I don't know why it went there. So when you go there, you can see I have Gmail opened up and I have YouTube opened up at my computer at home.
Yeah. So that's a tab.
You can also see my bookmarks at my computer at home. So it's kind of cool because it syncs with everything.
And, you know, I like the fact that it syncs bookmarks. That's really the key feature.
Yeah.
I mean, tabs are alright. I like the cross between tabs, between computers, really. Tabs seems more, you know, in my opinion, useful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there a place where you can actually explore? I haven't explored, like, the add-ons.
Yeah, you just hit the menu button and hit add-ons.
Oh my gosh, where's yours? There you go.
And then you can come in here and, oh, you can actually get it now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So AdBlock Plus is now available for the mobile version of, and boom. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
We'll see how
Basically, you got AdBlock now on the phone. Maybe it'll block ads outside of Firefox. That'd be so stinking awesome.
So Jeff, they have a what they call a home version or something on the iOS. Of course, it's not a full browser. I haven't even tried it out. Probably be worth trying out. I don't know, but anyway, so you can get something that's produced by Mozilla. I've heard about it, but I have not tried it out. So on iOS, but this is just available for Android right now. And this is what used to be codenamed Finnick. I don't know if you remember that, but they used to call it Mozilla Finnick. That's what they used to call it before they launched it as Firefox 4. Jacob's installing AdBlock on here. See if it works. Oh yeah. What is that? The AdBlock about thing or whatever? Here, can you show us what you're talking about the double tap real quick?
Oh, yeah. Crap. Apparently it doesn't like that. So if I go to my YouTube, okay. So, and I know this is like mobile version of Firefox too, but it's also pretty much the same thing. So it takes it a second because it's kind of slow. But basically, okay. So this is like it always does it full screen unless you tell it to like zoom in first. But so if I double tap, that's how much it goes in, and it won't go any farther. So it's like that's gay. But what you can do is double tap on other things and it will zoom to those selections. But you can also, you know, pinch zoom in. But I mean, it's kind of hard to pinch and zoom when you only have it in one hand and you're driving on the road and you're trying to browse the web while you're driving down the road with one knee and a sandwich in the other hand while you're vlogging.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets kind of difficult. They need to make it a little bit.
They need to think about people who vlog and drive and eat and text and browse.
I mean, come on, guys. Think about the little guy.
Yeah.
And apparently I didn't subscribe to a list.
But anyway, overall, Firefox is really cool in my opinion. Firefox 4 is drastically better than 3.6. And if you're still sitting on 3.6.2 or 12 or whatever it is, definitely upgrade because it's awesome and it's available on every single platform that Firefox is available on. So, Jeb, I guess that pretty much wraps it up. We're going to fool around in the studio here a bit after we get done with this episode, but thanks for joining us. This is PB at Night, episode 41. So, until tomorrow, because we do PB at Night on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays.
Monday, Tuesday.
And if you look on the web page
Thing.
there,
Yes.
our website, pbcasttv.com/calendar, you can see all of the dates and things when we do that. And it's up to date, trust me. So I guess make sure to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/pbcasttv, youtube.com/pbcasttv, and also pbcasttv.com. You can follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, FREAKINHUGE. You follow him on YouTube as well. Subscribe to him on YouTube. He does daily vlogs. YouTube.com/freakinghuge as well. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. And I guess if you want to, you can friend me on Facebook, facebook.com/thatnickjones.
Yeah. And you can also follow this G2 Gatorade bottle on facebook.com/G2 Gatorade. If that actually exists, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching PB at Night, and until tomorrow, I am Nick Jones,
And I am confused.
and this is PB at Night. See you tomorrow night, guys.
Oh, pieces.